And that's in the video.
I was like, gotta match that shit from last time, right?
Yeah, right. We gotta do the bioenergetics beforehand. Ha! I've been kind of liking the loud one recently.
I'm not surprised. It's all the more obnoxious, so it just clicks with your personality.
That's really what you need. Really. The goal of bioenergetics is just to be loud as
really
fuck.
Just piss everyone off. Seriously, when I was with my friend, we were to Chicago last night, Steven. I was talking about the bioenergetics, and he was like, because he has a lot of trouble accessing his the aggressive side of him, and he's on the fucking thing, and I was like, I can activate it for you right now if you want me to. We'll do bioenergetics. We're on Chicago, like we can literally just yell. Like, I think someone's getting mauled by a fucking bear or some shit. Like that's what it would sound like. But we did not do it, which was I was kind of bummed about. I wanted to see him do that.
Just because he kind of felt reserved about it. Is that why?
Perhaps. I think we also were talking about like a whole bunch of different stuff, so that's why. But anyway, let's get this shit shot.
What's up, everyone? You have currently watched the first 30 seconds of Mogul Talk. Yeah, that's going in there.
Fuck.
But yeah, so this is episode 3.
Number 3.
And we're just at this point we're kind of reaching the point where we don't really have any specific topics we want to talk about anymore.
I mean, not that we ever really did, but yeah.
Now we're just kind of shooting the shit. So I guess let's continue with this topic that we're on since we're talking about bioenergetics.
Yeah, sure. Just a quick FYI, I kind of have like fighting off a weird cold thingamajigger, so if I cough randomly, forgive me. So
I like that. Actually, let's talk about that for a minute.
Fuck
the fighting off versus being sick.
Yeah.
So
I blame Ashley, by the way.
What?
I blame Ashley because she was coughing up a fucking storm on Sunday night when we had dinner. And then I moved my cup, and then Maria took a sip out of it, and I was like, ah, fuck it, and then I drank from that same cup.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know whose fault it is. It's, I again, fuck it. It's funny. It's funny is what it is. We know that much.
Yeah. And actually, I was in a yoga class today, and my yoga instructor he said he was sick. Really, he's sick, and he's not fighting something off. He's just sucking it up and being sick. But
fucking bitch.
Yeah, exactly. But the reason that happens, that's something I want to say, is because some guy came into yoga class, like a hot yoga class, sick, and told the teacher that he was sick. And he's like, dude, why the fuck are you here? Like, of course he can't say it because he's the client, he's the customer.
Like, are you sure this is the best thing for you to do right now?
Exactly. Like, that's so selfish is what it is. Like, you just show up to a room with 20 people and just share your illness with 20. Like, the instructor was sick because of that. But anyways. Yeah,
it's funny at the same time, though. What is the bro science quote? If you're sick, still go to the gym. Turn your smallpox into big pox and give everyone else your smallpox.
That's fucking hilarious.
Something like that. It's funny.
There's actually a really bad problem with going to the gym when you're sick. It's like, I've noticed in my own experience that if I'm feeling a little sick and I go work out, it lingers for a considerably longer amount of time, and it's worse.
I have not noticed that. There are 2 things that I can point out that are almost factual. One of them is actually exercise of some kind, although it, obviously at a certain point kind of diminishing returns if you go too hard. But your white blood cell count actually will increase.
So I talked to my dad about this. So my dad's a doctor, and I brought up that same point to him. And what he said is, yes, that's true, but the reason that your body's doing that is because it has to deal with the whole processes of healing itself after the workout, and it has to deal with healing the body from the workout. But that means that it doesn't focus as much on taking care of fighting off whatever illness is in there.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's a piece I didn't know. But
it also happens more as you get older, apparently.
Oh, interesting. The other piece I did want to say, though, and this is actually why I do force myself to go to the gym when I'm sick. Not like hideously sick, obviously, but like enough so. And the reason being is not because I want to get everyone sick. I'm not trying to be that guy. But the reason being is, like, showing up and performing no matter what is, in my opinion, something that builds mental toughness to a very, very large degree. So if you feel like shit, go on it still. If you regularly wake up at 6 a.m., wake your ass up at 6 a.m. And go do that. Now, I think, like, I do this, I'll do this for a couple of days to prove it to myself. And then after that, sure, you sleep until 8:30, and the point is to kick off the sickness at that point and actually get better and, get to that point. So, kind of, I view it as, like, the opportunity to get tougher and kind of, use it as an advantage. But
absolutely. I love that idea.
Yes.
Yeah, just because, like, even if something's not necessarily good for your body, it can still be really fucking good for you. Just because it's difficult as hell to do. Like,
exactly,
like, let's say, I don't know, you don't get enough sleep, and you're like, okay, if I want to wake up as early as I want to wake up, I'm going to get less than 6 hours of sleep. Like
me almost last night, yeah.
Yeah, like, fuck, like, that sucks.
Sucked, yeah, it did.
But you just commit, and then you do it. And then it makes that next night of like full sleep
so
much better, right?
True.
Like
plus, you know, like you killed it on the day because you didn't back down from the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Yeah.
But back to all the way back. Elliot Hull said that he was fighting something off rather than being sick.
Yeah.
Still the same thing. It's like the story was that his whole football team got sick. It's like Ricky got sick, Jerry got sick, Bill got sick. But when it came around to Elliot, he was fighting something off. And the idea was that if it's like, you know, his nose be running, he'd be coughing, hacking up a fucking lung or whatever. But the idea is not that this thing has won, not that he is sick. It's that, fuck you, get out of me. Like, I'm fighting you off.
Yeah.
And it's this total switch from a victim to a victor. Like,
dude, I love that actually. That's actually, if you guys watch my Denver Athletics videos, one of the things I will talk about very often is like kind of the coin, where the coin is like the fact of whatever it is, right? So in this case, you know, you're technically you're sick.
Yeah, illness, whatever.
Illness, yeah, whatever you want to call it. But then there's two sides to that. You can be like, I'm sick, I'm the victim, and that's the negative side, whatever you want to say. And then the positive side, which is no, I'm the victor. I'm fighting it off. I'm in the process of doing battle with it. I haven't given up yet. So, yeah, definitely, it's definitely spot on. Yeah.
So, when do you like to use bioenergetics, and how do you think it helps you?
The times I use bioenergetics is before. I do it before videos in terms of just kind of being able to like breathe more deeply. I think is a really significant one, and kind of feel a little more. Again, I'll throw this word around, grounded. Frankly. You feel a little bit more like kind of in place, feel a little more sure, a little more confident. You just feel a little more open, and that's really the basis of it. Other than that, I really don't use it. There was one time with you actually a couple weeks ago, I think like 4 weeks ago now. I did a more interesting one, which I'm not sure I'll do again for a while because it was rather interesting. That's almost worthy of an entire video in and of itself, which it probably will be.
Do you want to tell the story?
Actually, yeah, why the fuck not? I guess we're on the topic of bioenergetics. So in this thing, so you have the primer, which I think you created actually.
Nope, that's an Elliot Holst video.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Kind of.
Oh.
It's an amalgamation of various Elliot Holst videos into my own practice.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. In any case, so you have the primer, which is pretty much we can actually shoot a video on it, or you just put the links in.
Dude, if we did a full-on raw-ass bioenergetics video like that, oh my god. I don't know if we can do that, because that's actually, like, kind of fucking raw.
It looks like a fucking exorcism. Like, in every sense of the word, that's what it looks like. It's just not... It's not really PG.
Tell you what, if 5 people comment below this video and say yes to that...
Oh, fuck. I don't want to put myself on the internet and fucking getting that...
Then, yeah, we're doing it.
God damn it.
Or at least I'll do it, but I'm kind of committing you.
Fuck. I'm gonna hope this video gets like 4 views just so that we get 4 views collectively.
Well, see, it's collective. Yeah, it's both of our channels. If he gets 2 comments and I get 3, or vice versa.
Oh fuck, like that. Son of a
and I know my sister Rebecca is gonna be 1. So I know there's only 4 left. Maybe my friend Ben. Maybe my friend Adam. I'm adding them up.
I don't know any of you people. I'm just gonna ask you to not do it because I don't feel like fucking doing that shit.
I agree. This shit is really raw. Like. Basically what it is you ground pound, so you're jumping, stomping on your feet.
On your heels specifically.
Yep, although I know Ellie Hull says that, but that actually is a little bit too harsh for me. Really? I get a little bit of the ball of the foot, but I'd say 85% of the force is on my heel still.
Yeah, no, I go fully on the heel actually, that's interesting. But anyway, continue.
And then you use that as a way to build your own energy. So the breathing is something that I did create on my own. The breathing pattern to it, where you do an 8 count inhale, an 8 count exhale, 4 in, 4 out, 4 in, 4 out, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then exhale, 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 exhale every time you bounce. And then from there you're rolling. Like from there, once you get into the exhales, you're just building this inner fire. You're really trying to unlock that primal energy.
And specifically kind of really what it feels like, it's like you're shedding the entire kind of brain aspect of it. You're not thinking anymore. You're just doing. You're just involved in the actual...
I tell you, you gotta take the mind. This is actually one thing I do in yoga classes, and like the end of the class in Shavasana. Yeah. Take the mind and just throw it away. Just literally think about completely detaching. If you even think about it, if you're experiencing meditation, you just step your awareness back past your visual environment and past your thinking mind, and then you allow your primal root to really come up.
Interesting. But yeah, so in any case, that primer really kind of gets you into the spot where you're just like, you're ready for it, you're feeling kind of like the energy's coming very deeply from within you rather than coming from up here. Kind of forget that. And then the next step, you literally just turn around. Now, do this into a pillow so then you don't think that you're...
If you have to. It's really good to hear your own yells and shit.
Yeah, but people think you're getting murdered, so...
That's what I mean by if you have to. Like for instance, we live in a dorm. We have to yell into a pillow. But like if I had my own garage gym, or maybe that'd be even worse. Maybe if people were like, oh, this person's totally like locked in a garage gym in the middle of fuck nowhere.
Like pinned under like 8, different kinds of weights. Yeah, really.
I think it'd be fine.
But anyway, so
you take this pillow, and you yell into it with all that fucking force you just generated.
Specifically from here, like you're trying to yell and or scream from the most core primal part of you. You're not trying to...
Which is really...
You're not trying to scream from here. You're trying to scream from, like, in
but
the
even
belly.
even still, not even here, like, really down in your root. Like, your hips.
Okay.
Yeah. And so in terms of, like, where emotional tension is stored in the body, or emotional stress is stored in the body's physical tension, what you'll see, and this varies so much person to person, but there's a lot of sadness in the hips, and then there's a lot of anger either in the gut or in the throat. Usually it's the throat. Usually people are just fucking angry! And
for me it's a lot more like kind of, the anger is more in there. And definitely the shoulders, I'll definitely give it that, but less the neck. It's interesting. But yeah, continue, sorry.
And so basically, yeah, like for some people this will come up then, so you do the scream, and you do as many breaths of that as you feel you need to. For me it's usually about 4, so it'd be like, ah!
True, yeah. Oh.
Ah! Or maybe I'll just do one after another after another after another.
Yeah, that's what I did. It's just kind of...
Actually, that's the better way to do it, believe it or not.
I think, yeah, because like, when you take the breaths, you're kind of almost interrupting that pattern, and because you're like almost calming yourself to a certain degree. But yeah, so in any case, basically you scream into the pillow your number of times, and the effect, I can't draw a particular, what am I trying to look for here? Consistent results, is all I can say, because when we did it specifically, I was with 2 other friends, and one of them really didn't get too much kick out of it, but the other one, she got very, very like calmed down. And whereas when I did it,